What's going on, everyone? DJ Fitness Deal News Reviews, and together with me,
stand your ground, people. Apollon Nutrition, Hooligan Pre-Workout.
version 5, more of the monster. Listen, people, I'm gonna take you through the latest on this label and what's different about it from the previous version. And then I'm gonna share with you my personal experience using this one over the last week or so. And then towards the end of the video, as usual on this channel, I'm gonna give you my final verdict. Who is this one for? Should you be scared? Let's get right into it. Okay, people, so Apollon Nutrition Hooligan is by now really a legend in the supplement world, in the pre-workout world. It was the first one that came out with 600 milligrams of caffeine, which obviously shocked the world, and all sorts of sissies and hippies and fake channel reviews started to say, oh my god, this is really dangerous. By the way, this is bullshit. There's research that shows that you can take much more than that. Anyway, then they actually said, you know what, fuck it, I'll add more caffeine. and the previous version, version 4, had 700 milligrams of caffeine, and then but a bunch of other stuff. Listen guys, Apollon Nutrition Hooligan is not just about the caffeine and the people that used it, no. It's a super loaded pump formula, super loaded power formula. It had focus ingredients, it had really amazing. And anyway, I reviewed the previous version about a year ago. I think it was exactly a year ago. I'm going to link to that review below. It's now discontinued anyway, but it was amazing. And I think the most interesting piece about that version was that the shit just lasted forever. So yeah, you took 700 milligrams of caffeine, but you didn't have to take any caffeine during the day because you continued to feel the buzz throughout the day. Like, this was really 12 hours of energy. And you know, at the end of the day, you just consumed less caffeine. There was also appetite suppression involved and a bunch of other stuff. And then during the workout itself, burst of fucking energy plus amazing pumps. Listen guys, and power, by the way, the power elements were solid. Anyway, this was just the way that Hooligan behaved. Anyway, so Apollon Nutrition came out with this new version now, an improved version, even more craziness version. Version 5 of this pre-workout with this cool-ass design of Robert Samborski, the founder and owner of Apollon Nutrition, on the back here, standing his ground, not giving a shit. Anyway, so in this formula, first they came out with a new flavor. I'm going to talk about that one, Turnpike Tea. So Turnpike Tea is supposed to be sort of a tea, sweet tea type flavor. Turnpike is the New Jersey Turnpike, where Apollon Nutrition is located. Not on the Turnpike, but near the Turnpike. Anyway, so this shit has 20 servings of full scoops and 40 servings of half scoop. And as you know, if you've tried the Apollon Nutrition Hooligan, half a scoop is actually more ingredients than a usual pre-workout. Let's get into the label, people. Let's get into the label. So as far as pumps, and I'm going to try and again mention what's different from the previous version. As far as pumps, you have L-citrulline at 7 grams. 1 more gram of L-citrulline versus the previous version. That's a lot of L-citrulline, pure L-citrulline, by the way. Then you have agmatine sulfate at 1.5 freaking grams. Yes, 1.5 grams. And if you know anything about pumps, citrulline plus agmatine is gonna help you with pumps, by the way. And then they also had, like the previous version, Himalayan pink salt, which I really like, at 250 milligrams. That's going to help you with hydration, putting water into your muscles, swollenness. Really like that combination. Very similar to the previous one, just 1 more gram of L-citrulline. I'm not sure they changed the agmatine sulfate, they might have. Anyway, then as far as the power formula, I got beta-9 hydro, so actually beta-9HCl at 2.5 freaking grams. That's going to help you with muscle protein synthesis and power output. They also have Elevate TP at 150 milligrams. I like this ingredient. It helps you again with muscle power output and endurance in the gym. Both of these things together are going to help you just go for a longer time if the amount of caffeine in this bitch wasn't enough. And then, talking about the amount of caffeine, they actually took the caffeine down. Apollon took the caffeine down. Not by a lot, don't worry. Still have a lot of shit here. 450 milligrams of caffeine, 200 milligrams of caffeine malice. So that's it's 75% caffeine in effect, but it's a more prolonged effect, so it's gonna help you go for a longer time and sort of prevent the crash, right? Like caffeine anhydrous hits you hard, dicaffeine malice just prolongs the effect. 200 milligrams of theobromine. I think that's similar to the previous version. Really like this combination of these 3 components. Really like it. It's gonna have a prolonged effect. I expected this, and I'm gonna talk about the experience in a second, to last for a very long fucking time. Okay, people. Now, here's where the real difference comes in. The focus formula was good on the previous one. It is insane on this one. And I'm talking insane. 2 grams of L-tyrosine. Yes, people. 2 grams. That is a lot of L-fucking-tyrosine. Lion's Mane at 1 gram, just like Assassin pre-workout. Lion's Mane at 1 gram, that is a lot of Lion's Mane. Next generation nootropic, mood, anti-stress, just an amazing ingredient at 1 fucking gram on top of 2 grams of L-tyrosine, people. And then Alpha GPC, which was in the previous version, at the clinical dose of 600 milligrams, yielding 300 milligrams of active ingredient. Boom. And then you have all the caffeine, and then they actually added Rhodiola rosea at 200 milligrams. That is a lot of Rhodiola rosea, and that again is going to help you with anti-stress, just being in the zone, mood elevation. People, listen, 2 grams of L-tyrosine, Alpha GPC, 1 grams of Lion Mane, Rhodiola rosea, then 450 milligrams of caffeine, 200 milligrams of theobromine, 200 milligrams of dicaffeine malate. Oh my fucking God. Indeed. Are you scared? You shouldn't be scared, guys. Anyway, guys, and then they have astrogene to help with absorption. Boom, people. Anyway, when it comes to a label, as far as the non-DM whatever label, and you know, some of us don't want to take all these DM because there's side effects with DMHA, DMAA. You know, some of us get really crashes from it, sort of like the down from the DM stuff, or when you get off it, it's a bit addictive, to be honest. Anyway, as far as non-DM whatever, this is the most loaded formula out there on the planet, and obviously with a lot of shit in it. Okay, people, let's talk about the actual experience, because
labels are just fucking labels.
Okay, when it comes to the actual experience with this thing, I'm gonna try to say how is it different from the previous one, if it is different. I'm gonna start with the flavor. The other 2 flavors are fuzzy navel, and I can't remember the other one, strawberry margarita, I think. Both of them were okay. It's not an amazing flavor, but who the fuck cares about flavor? And then there's this one, the new one, Turnpike Tea, which is supposed to taste a bit like tea. Does it taste like tea? I don't know, if I didn't know that it said tea, I wouldn't say it tastes like tea. Is it a good flavor? I would say on a scale of 1 to 10.
I don't give a fuck
About scales of flavor. It's okay, you're gonna survive. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, as far as the actual experience, people, how is this the one different? So I would say, listen, what is it exactly the same? Exactly the same. This shit lasts for a full fucking day. Full fucking day, people. You don't need any other nootropic, bang energy drink, whatever. You take this shit, you're good for 10 to 12 hours. So I wouldn't recommend taking this at night at full scoop unless you're something really different. But so I would say this, as far as energy, guys, full day fucking energy. Full day energy. You don't need anything else. As far as the actual workout experience, the pumps are better, people. Yes, indeed, the label doesn't lie. The pumps are better. I really enjoy the pumps. You feel swole. Fucking swole. And you know, Hooligan has Bare Knuckle, which is a pump formula, a dedicated pump formula. Honestly, even though it would be great probably to add them and stack them together, I don't think you need to. The pump formula here is much improved from the previous one. Somehow this changes made it much better. I really, really like it. You don't need an additional pump formula. As far as the difference, listen, as far as energy, as you would expect, this shit, like I said, hits really hard and you're gonna get in the fucking zone and you're gonna stay there for the longest time ever, for a full day. The real difference is the focus is much better. The previous version was good focus. The focus on this one, man, fucking shit, this is like a full day nootropic. This is what this shit is. When it hits you hard, you're in the gym, you're gonna feel the beta-alanine tingling. By the way, super intense beta-alanine tingling, lasts for like 2 hours. It's insane. It's insane. Pumps for sure. In the first 2.5 hours, you're gonna feel the pumps. You're gonna feel the energy. You're gonna be in the zone. The focus though, the focus is much improved from the previous version and it lasts for a long time. So I would say, not only are you getting here a super pump and power formula, but really what you're getting here is a full day, or at least 10 hours nootropic, people. Don't take this at night. People, Don't take this at night. So, like the previous version, it lasts forever. A bit different from the previous version. The pumps are a bit better. The power is still like the previous version, but the nootropic effect is just stronger. So you're gonna get a full day nootropic. I really like it. Took it in the morning. I stay all day focused on this bitch. And this is what it is. So people, did Apollon Nutrition improve on the previous Hooligan? Yes, and actually took the caffeine down a bit. So for you that didn't feel okay with 700 plus, this is what, 650, I guess, milligrams of caffeine altogether. Boom, there you go. Even less caffeine, still the same effects, plus the nootropic and the increased pump formula. Listen, people, as far as where you can find it, for the first few days, I think you can only find it on the Apollon Nutrition site. We do have a launch coupon for you guys, 25% off for just a few days. I think it's gonna be 2-3 days. So you can get this for about $40 or something like that, which is an amazing price. And for some of you, you can only take 3/4 of a scoop, and this will last for even longer. It's 20 servings in this thing. Each serving, by the way, is 22 grams. It's like a protein powder, people. So anyway, I'm going to link below to the page on Fitness Deal News, where you can usually on a daily basis compare prices from all over the web. This time specifically, you're going to see the coupon for the launch coupon. But in any case, if you're seeing this video in whatever 3 weeks from the day I'm posting it, then you can compare prices from all over the web. Listen, people, if this review of the Apollon Nutrition Hooligan version 5 was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here. We help you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy.